Donald Trump, meanwhile, will appeal a ruling reinstating the gag order in his New York civil fraud trial.
An appellate court reinstated the order last week. It prohibits the former president and his attorneys from making public statements about the courtroom staff. The trial stems from a $250 million lawsuit brought by the state's attorney general. It accuses Trump and others in the Trump organization of inflating the value of assets to obtain commercial real estate loans and insurance policies. CBS News investigative reporter Graham Cates joins us now. So, Graham, Donald Trump claims the gag order violates his First Amendment rights. Walk us through how the former president plans to appeal this.
Sure. They're hoping that the highest court in New York, it's called the Court of Appeals, will hear about this and hear about it quickly because the trial is ongoing. He's actually supposed to testify on Monday next week, and that he'll be the last witness for his own team in that. And so they want to have this considered really, really soon. They say that they are suffering irreparable harm by not being allowed to criticize the judge's clerk, who they say is in the judge's ear and biased against them. Of course, the judge himself has said, this is just someone who helps me with facts of the law. It's a trusted legal advisor, and I have a right to have her up here with me, and that there is no bias. But we haven't heard yet if they're going to have this appeal heard in time for the end of the trial.
Meanwhile, Graham, a federal judge, overseeing Trump's election subversion case, ruled against a claim from the Trump team that the former president would be immune to the charges. What were the arguments for that immunity, and why did the judge strike it down or reject it?
Yeah, we've heard this in a variety of cases. He says he gets presidential immunity, which means that if he was acting under the color of his office, he can't be charged, he can't be sued. And in this case, the January 6th case, the judge said, that's not how this works. You know, the allegations here aren't about you serving out the duties of your president, and having served as president isn't a, as she put it, get out of jail free card.
Well, meantime, a D.C. appeals court ruled that Donald Trump can be sued for allegedly inciting the January 6th riot on the Capitol. What lawsuits does he face as a result?
It was the same argument on his side about presidential immunity, and this stemmed from a series of lawsuits filed by Capitol police officers as well as House of Representatives Democrats. And again, Trump's team pushed this idea that he was immune from lawsuits because he was acting as president on that day in everything he did. And the appeals court ruled unanimously, again, that's not how it works. When you're acting for your campaign or you're acting for your own self-interest, that's not the same thing as executing the duties of the presidency. And now both of the cases we just talked about seem sure to go to the United States Supreme Court before all is said and done. That hasn't been granted yet, but his team has already indicated they do want to push this as far as they can. And so we haven't heard the last from them on this.
All right, Graham Cates, not a lawyer, but explains what lawyers say on TV for us. Thank you very much, Graham.
Thank you.